Hello, everybody. We're now on live on Facebook. Welcome to my monthly webinar session. Ayan. So ngayon na ulit tayo nakabalik kasi marami nangyari sa live natin. So if you're watching this live, you may share this live, no? Para mas marami tayong mahugot na mga aspiring VA na gustong matuto about sales, right? So this is the heart of every business, sales, right? So hindi lahat nag-o-offer ng training about sales. Kahit ako, na matagal na dito sa industry, hindi naman sobrang tagal, sakto lang, mga 5 taon, ay nahihirapan pa din, no? Intindihin, ano nga ba yung sales, bakit siya mahalaga, at bakit siya mahalaga sa'yo as a remote worker or service provider or virtual assistant or freelancer or kung ano mang estado mo ngayon. So, we invited a very special guest, no? Na I think matagal ko na siyang nakikita sa TikTok and his advocacy is the same as mine, right? Of course, to democratize the education or the education in terms of freelancing, no? Or pagdating sa pagiging isang virtual assistant. So, that's why we had an interaction in social media and he's really good into sales. He got, thousands of followers in TikTok and he was able to launch his community as well. His community is the Parliament. So there are a lot of, on the waitlist right now. I'm glad that I'm not on the waitlist anymore. Just kidding. So meron siyang 20,000 na nasa waitlist sa community niya dahil meron siyang, have his own process in onboarding those aspirants sa gustong sumali sa community niya. Na kahit ako ay dumaan din, of course, doon sa onboarding process na kailangan mong gawin in order for you to get inside his community. Itag mga kaibigan mo, if napapanood mo tong live na to, ayan, so if nasa bahay ka man, nanonood ka sa bus, kung saan ka man, i-share mo tong live na to, itag mo yung mga kakilala mo, no? Para mas marami tayong matulungan, no? Na uh, when it comes to sales, no? Dito ituturo niya if yung fundamentals ng sales, ano yung sales. Paulit-ulit yung naririnig yung salitang sales pero hindi natin alam ano yung impact niya at paano siya nag-work sa dito sa freelancing in general. At sobrang halaga nito kasi lahat po ng virtual assistant or lahat ng uri ng independent contractors ay kailangan po ay may aware sa sales, right? Kung paano nag-work yung sales. Kasi dito sa ating larangan o sa field natin, what we're doing right now is we're trying to market our services. And if you don't know how sales works, it's really hard for you to market yourself. And if you will be having also a bottleneck on how to work with clients. Because at the end of the day, your services is you're trying to market your services, and if you don't have the techniques, if you don't have the right mindset, best practices as well when it comes to sales, you might be lost on the journey as as you trying to navigate the freelancing industry. So I'm very pleased that we have 54 people who's watching right now. So sa 54 na nandito sa ating Facebook Live, please comment sales. Ayan. Parliament representative from Micro Bernalte. Oh, ang dami naman. Si Coach Matthew nandito din. So shout out to Coach Matthew. So yan ay ating mga tropang nakilala din natin sa TikTok and we were able to met them in person, and we're glad that we were able to have a good conversation with them. And soon enough, of course, partnership, right? On how we could be able to um, help other virtual assistant, freelancers, or remote workers. So sobrang daming nasa comment section. Comment sales. Ayan, if nandyan kayo. Very good. Sales, sales, sales. Ayan. Pinagsama yung logo ng colony at saka ng the parliament. Nakakaingit, wala akong logo. Ano kayang magandang logo? Sobrang, baka kung ano yung ilagay kong logo. Charot. Well, anyway, ayan, ang dami nang nanonood sa atin. So without further ado, I don't want to step in on much of your time, people. I want to get the ball rolling. I want to start this party. So I really made sure that he's, at the last part of the year because he's special and he specialized on what he's doing. So this speaker is he's one of the sales consultant here in Philippines. So he helped he's helping right now aspiring virtual assistant, remote workers, or regardless whatever field you belong. And he's also sharing financial literacy on his TikTok account because that's the platform where I knew him or I found him. So most of the people here in TikTok, here in the digital space, call him Coach Jay Z. So he's the founder of the Parliament, and I'm pleased to invite him on on the show. Coach Jay Z, welcome Coach Jay Z. So sa lahat ng nandito sa kasama natin sa ating live, ayan. Bigyan niyo naman ko ng
Wow.
logo.
Wow.
Ayan.
Thank you so much, Coach AJ. Naririnig niyo ba ako, guys? Audible ba?
Yes,
May
audible ka.
lakad
Ayan,
pero
no, may
wow.
nag-comment pa, Coach. May lakad pero walang excuse
May
para maka-watch. O, grabe, galing sa community mo yun. Grabe
Wow.
talaga yung mga, mga members mo.
Yeah, talk about commitment. I think that's one of the things na talagang mini-mirror namin sa community. It's all about, commitment kasi sa
Exactly.
remote work, alam niyo naman guys, kailangan natin ng commitment kasi remote sa pag freelancer guys, built on trust, right? And commitment. And the moment na mawala yung commitment mo, basically mawawala ng trust yung client mo. And nagsa-cycle siya. So yeah, thank you so much for having me. Actually,
Of course,
pinag-usapan
it's a
natin to
pleasure.
Ocean.
Oo,
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Parang hindi tayo magkasama nung Wednesday, no? So before we start, Coach JZ, do you have any like opening remarks or message to the community, to your community specifically, before you start, talking about sales?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for the Parliament community. Very supportive, very active,
Mm-hmm.
at saka committed. Kasi I just posted this, I think, a day ago or 2 days ago, and a lot of
Yeah.
people are really interested to join. I believe 100 plus are are
Yeah,
interested. And
we have 200. I'm not sure with the numbers, but I think to be specific, as we speak, we have 212 attendees that who registered. But I think there are only 75 people who shows up. But let's not give them, time limit. Maybe they're just hearing the news that we're on live, no?
yeah, yeah, maybe they're busy. I don't know. But for sure, some will catch up definitely. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much, and of course, sa'yo, Coach AJ, for having me. This is my first time, like publicly. Kasi last time I recently have a guest speaking din with Coach Matthew. Bro, shout out sa'yo
Oh.
sa Colony. Eh ito medyo public tayo ngayon, so this I will consider this as my public guesting. So
First public no, view. Grabe, and nakakahiya na ako pa ang kauna-unahang nakatanto sa dito sa no, sa pagto-talk live dito sa social media. Well, that's why lahat ng nanonood dito is very, very blessed, and at the same time, you guys are so lucky at the same time to have the very owned and very expert when it comes to sales, Coach
wow,
GZ. So, Coach GZ, I
wow.
don't want to blabber anymore because if you're gonna let me talk, I will not finish. I'll let you do that. I'll let you start and talk and tell us more something about what's all about the alchemy of sales.
Yeah, all right. Sige, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot lang yung screen. Hold on. Let me know if y'all can see it. Um, yeah, I think nakikita na ba lahat? Yan. Kitang-kita na. I hope nakikita lahat. Yan. So, i-off ko tong video
Yes.
ko so we can formally start. Nakikita ba? Nakikita, Coach?
Yes, Coach. Yes, yes.
Yan,
Confirm.
okay. So, The Alchemy of Sales. Wow, ang ganda ng title. Anong pinagmulan yan. So, before we start, thank you for joining, guys. I think just for you to know, plinan talaga to ni Coach AJ, and nag-exchange lang kami ng ideas and info, and since one of the things na I really value are yung mga people like Coach AJ na gustong mag-provide ng a lot of goodwill sa sa mundo. So the moment na nag-pitch siya sa akin na, Coach, pwede ka ba mag-guest dito? I already said yes, di ko na pinag-isipan kasi I know kung gaano ka-powerful yung community at saka yung binibigay ni Coach AJ dito sa mundo. That's why nag-connect and nandito na tayo ngayon. So guys, thank you so much. It's a Saturday already night. Pretty sure may mga nagdi-dinner ngayon or nag-pause muna ng bago ng dinner para manood dito. So my promise here is I will not waste your time, just as yung sinerve ko kayo sa parliament, hindi ko sasayang oras nyo. And yeah, before we begin, comment nyo naman guys, which province or city are you from? Sigurado ako iba't ibang lugar yan, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, for sure. So yan, comment nyo and check natin kung saan yung mga iba. Yan. Sige, comment nyo lang.
Yes, oo. Comment yung province ninyo or city where you belong. So, ayan, magko-comment tayo. Ako din. Ayan, may
ako guys, dito ako ngayon. Pasay City ako, Pasay. Bulacan, you have Bulacan, Leonard. Mindoro, wow, ang layo natin. Wow.
Ito pa isa,
Thank you, Clifford.
Dami.
Davao. Shout out to you, Leia. Shout out, Valenzuela. Wow. Yeah. Misamis Oriental, if I'm correct. So yeah, sobrang lawak ng reach natin ngayon, Coach AJ. So lastly, share in the comment. Share nyo naman sa comment section, guys. Paano nyo nalaman tong event? Okay, may mga nakapanood ba sa TikTok? May nakita ba sa post ni Coach AJ? Sa Parliament ba? Or saan nyo nakita tong event? Para makita namin or malaman namin kung saan nyo nakita. Yan. So, yan. Oroquieta. Wow, Andrea. Saan ang Oroquieta City, Coach?
Alam mo, hindi nga talaga ako. Pero alam ko bandang Oroquieta. Feeling ko around Mindanao. I'm not really good in in geography. Ang alam ko lang Cavite tsaka Manila. Pag lumabas ako ng Cavite, nasa Manila ako. Ganun lang yung alam ko. Sa my day, Coach Easy. Sa Parliament.
Sa Parliament, ang dami. Wow.
Oo, ang dami mong active na subscribers sa Parliament.
Yeah, mga representative. So yeah, I think we're setting na. Okay, so the tone has been set. So as usual, focus. Bigyan nyo yung oras nyo dito kasi marami kayong matututunan. May mga naturo na ako sa the Parliament if part kayo, pero I can guarantee you mga bago at saka malalalim yung matututunan nyo about sales. So yung creative process ko dito nung ginagawa ko yung slide, sabi ko, ano ba yung pinaka foundational na pwede kong ituro sa inyo na kapag naalala nyo yun, magigets nyo agad. Kasi guys, to be honest, I love simplifying things. Okay? As far as I can remember, ang trip ko lagi ng bata ko is magawa kami ng mga kapatid ko ng mga bagay na komplikado tapos lagi namin iniisip, paano namin papasimplihin to? Kasi sa totoo lang, ang hirap kapag komplikado lahat ng bagay, di ba? And I think ito yung magiging parang theme natin. Isi-simplify ko sa inyo kung ano yung sales. Yung tipo parang grade 1, magigets tong yung lesson. Ang reason kung bakit yun yung gusto kong mangyari is mas mag-gets ng madali at saka mas ma-digest nyo. Kasi business, guys, is a complicated topic. You know that. And there's a lot of moving parts. So, yung business na topic, may sales, may marketing, may operation, and so on. Tapos may mas specific pa, which is sales. Pag sinabi natin sales, napakalawak. So, I will make sure na hindi kayo ma-overwhelm. Now, ang magiging topic natin in general is overview of the science of sales. Okay? Believe it or not, when you say sales, it's not an art. Way back before ng panahon siguro ng mga lola at lola natin, art yung sales. Pero as the time passes by, tumatalino yung tao, we are more getting smarter, innovative, at saka nagiging technical tayo. Nagiging science na siya. Everything can be distilled down into numbers. And yeah, so here is an overview of the topics na include dito sa agenda natin. And when I say agenda, it's just module natin. So first part is sino ba kailangan nyo makinig sa explain ko sa inyo mamaya kung bakit. Just a short time. Second is ano ba yung alchemy? Bakit yun yung tell namin ni Coach AJ? Ano ba yung creative process niya? Next naman is sales. Bakit ba bumibili yung tao? Ano ba yung nag-stimulate sa tao? Bakit ba sila bumibili? Curious kayo sa sales, guys. For sure, yun yung mga foundational questions na papasok sa inyo. Ano ba yung sales? Bakit bumibili yung tao? Ano ba yung nagpupush sa tao? Bakit sila bumibili? So, masasabi niya ng mga slides in the simple explanation. So, explain ko din sa inyo yung science of acquiring customer. As I mentioned kanina na yung sales po is a science, hindi siya art. It's basically a process or a science na ulit-ulit siyang gagawin and magkaroon ka ng predictable pattern. Next naman, paano ba mag-create ng system, paano mag-map out ng data, paano ba mag-scale. And second to last, we have Q&A, and at the end, mayroon ng short gift and close na natin yung event. Bakit yung kailangan makinig sa akin?
Ayan,
Okay,
medyo
lagi kong
putol ka daw,
ini-start
coach.
on-
Sorry to interject. Para medyo lag ka
Ay,
daw.
sorry.
Try to turn off your
Sige.
camera maybe, coach. Sige, laban yan.
Sige ito, guys. So, yeah. I always start my presentation with introducing who I am. For me, para mas makilala nyo ako at para mag-build tayo ng trust. So, sino ba ako? Bakit kailangan nyo makinig sa akin? Okay. Bakit scamming ko kayo mga ganun ano? So, yes, as you may know, I'm the creator of the Parliament. Okay? The Parliament, it's actually the biggest online community that teaches about remote sales sa mga aspiring people. So, I created out of advocacy because I want to make sales education as accessible as possible sa buong Philippines. So, yan yung community na build and building a lot of this soon revolve around sales. So, my name is JC Cerezo and I have been doing remote sales for over 5 years. And remote sales specifically, but my sales career has mag-iisa din ako. And throughout sa sales, been working with multiple companies, national, also international. Blessed to work with those companies kasi hindi naman lahat ng tao nabibigyan ng ganitong opportunity. And some of you may know me as JC Hassel sa internet, di ba? Nag-start ako kasi yan, pero nag-brand ako kasi for me, mas scalable yung name ko. Kaya may mga tanong K-ish, which is a lot of people. And yes, for sure, marami din kayo nakitang posters sa internet, hindi ho ako yun, isa lang ho yung account ko at ito lang yun. Okay, so if may mag-PPM man sa inyo, magbebenta na kung ano-ano, hindi ho ako yun. Ito lang po yung account ko. Now, throughout sa journey ko, guys, again, multiple so, kapag nag-start career, hindi pa kayo specific eh. Nag-start ako muna as iba-ibang industry. At some point in my life, I was awarded as the top 2 na salesperson sa Pilipinas sa isang finance na industry. So, ayun yung mga pinanggalingan ko. Tapos, right now, we have, currently working alongside with industry leaders para mas matulungan yung mga ibang companies. So, nandito si Coach Matthew nyo. And this was a recent project with Sir King Kitan, if you know him. So, yeah. Also, I get a chance to work with international na clients. Meeting people like mga serial entrepreneurs. And when I say serial, ito yung mga taong mga nasa Fortune 500, mga taong nasa Wall Street. Mamit ko sila. There's no exaggeration there. I guess to meet those. With all you meet, the coach, of people, kahit wala pang parliament, marami na ako natulungan. Mas ginawa ko lang siyang accessible, kaya binili yung parliament and we're projected, sabi nga ni Coach AJ kanina, almost 20K na tao with that, and we're growing exponentially day by day. So yeah, that's all about me, and siguro marami nag-aasa inyo, puro intro. Bakit ko ba pinapakita sa inyo to? It's first is to build trust, okay? Build trust para makita nyo na mapagkakatiwalaan nyo ako dito sa mga next coming part ng presentation. And the second reason is because I know my staff really well. And that is sales. Okay, specifically remote sales. I live and breathe sales to the point na ito na ho, 16 hours of my time per day. Ito ho yung ginagawa ko. So, Sunday ngayon, Sabado ngayon, nag-work pa rin ako. May mga client ako, consultation kanina. After din, meron mamaya. So, literal, ito na ho yung buhay ko. So, alam ko yung ins and outs nito. And i-share ko sa inyo lahat ng kaalaman ko about dito para mas ma-supplement yung alam nyo at yung kaalaman nyo sa sales. Now, again, this is not all about me. Pinakilala ko lang sarili ko, and this is all about you, basically. And at the end of the presentation, guys, my promise is you will see sales in a whole new perspective. Sigurado ako marami mga tao nalilito pa sa sales. Ano ba yan? Promise, hindi na kayo malilito after this webinar. And I hope mas ma-absorb nyo at mas lumalim yung knowledge nyo right after this. Now, you will literally learn yung foundational science of sales. So, again, focus, take notes, pwede kayong kumain, guys. So, pag nagtuturo ako, laid back lang, the most comfortable position or way na pwede kayong matuto, go. Magkakaiba tayo ng way matuto, so try nyo yung best nyo para matuto kayo. May mga iba, chill lang nakaupo. May iba nagtitake notes. May mga iba naman nakafocus lang. May iba nakikinig sa music habang nakikinig sa akin. By all means, gawin nyo kung saan kayo best fit para matuto. Para optimize at saka efficient yung learning experience nyo. Again, this is not a motivational presentation. It will be technical. A lot of, medyo mapapaisip kayo. Pero trust me, I will make this as simple as possible. And also, guys, advocacy ko is technical skills. Nakikita ko na yung currency yan for the future. And I think ikaw din, Coach AJ, kasi right now we're so high with personal development and motivational sa internet. Which is for me is not really bad. Okay, kailangan natin yan. Pero para sa akin, technical skill will really move the needle. Okay, hindi ka naman magiging mekaniko kung hindi mo alam magkatikot ng makina. Parang yung punto ko. So in the next coming years, the more na skilled ka technically sa ginagawa mo, sa craft mo, the more na mag-flourish yung career mo. So yeah. And I think this is where yung educators like me na kaya mag-teach ng skill in more scientific manner, magkakaroon ng impact sa future. Kasi as I observe, yung mga mentees natin ngayon at saka yung mga learners, they are looking for more skills na or mga educators na ma-applicable yung mga lessons.
Yes,
So, yeah.
oo. Kasi
That's
everybody could be like specialist but not everyone could teach, no? Kasi doon ako naniniwala yung mga simple concepts ay yung mga hard concept kung kaya mo siya i-simplify, I think you're an educator. Regardless kung wala kang degree sa teaching, 'di ba? As long as you can simplify things. Sabi mo nga, 'di ba, you want to simplify everything. And I'm a very big fan of simplicity. Ako din, I don't want complicated things. If I could just simply explain my process to a 5-year-old kid, I think that's the simplest way na pinaka-effective yung ginagawa mo talaga. If you could simplify and explain it with a 5-year-old kid, and it's in the field of education, it is they call it Feynman technique, no? So Feynman technique, tinuturo mo sa 5-year-old, ini-imagine mo na tinuturo mo sa kanya yung mahirap na concept, then pababawin mo siya. So ibig sabihin na ma-master mo yung subject na tinuturo mo or yung field na tinuturo. Coach?
Yep. Yeah, so if we can simplify complex things, I think that would be a great edge sa mga tao. So doon din naman lahat magbabagsak lahat ng bagay, guys, sa life eh. Alam mo, I don't know, if you try to reflect, kapag bata ka, you want lavish things, pero as you grow older, di ba, nare-realize mo na lang na simpleng buhay. So ayun yung pattern ng tao eh. That's why parang inaano ko lang siya, pinapakita ko lang sa inyo sa teaching style ko. So, yun. Now, pag-usapan naman natin, guys, ano ba tong alchemy na yan? Very brief. When you say alchemy, it's the transformation of something ordinary to something powerful. In the medieval times, mga people like this, ang tawag sa kanila alchemists. So yung mga alchemists, yung mga basic na mga metal, alam mo yung mga bakal na kung ano-ano, gumagawa sila ng something para gawing gold yon. So, yung mga normal na bagay, ginagawa nilang something valuable. That's basically called alchemy. And in sales, it's the same thing. Ano ba yung mga meron sa atin na normal? Normal makipag-usap, normal magsalita, normal maglakasan yung boses, normal hinaan yung boses, normal magbasa. Alam mo 'yun. Pero kapag na-master mo yung alchemy ng communication, which is part ng sales, definitely you will be good at sales. Pero that's one-dimensional topic. Now, i-relate ko naman siya sa sales. Bakit ba alchemy of sales yung topic ng discussion natin? Kapag i-anchor natin kasi siya sa alchemy, sa sales, ang purpose lang natin, just as I mentioned a while ago, is we will transform basic things into something valuable, which is, sabi ko kanina, communication. Now, try to imagine, sa sales, kakausap ka ng tao, hindi naman kayo magkakilala, so napaka-basic nun, paano nagkakaroon ng trust? Yun yung mga questions na kapag iisipin nyo yung parang napapatulala kayo sa higaan nyo. Kung paano nangyari yun? So, sasagutin ng mga slides mamaya yung mga questions yun na yan. So, let's say for example, sa alchemy, na-try nyo bang isipin, paano nangyari yung information nagiging insight? Paano nagiging conversion or nabebentahan mo yung tao ng pakipag-usap lang ng normal? And paano nagagawa ng mga tao yung system na pipredict nila ganito yung kikitain? So, nung lumalaki ako, yan yung mga questions ko dati na parang, paano nangyari yung mga ganung bagay? Parang, paano napipredict ng mga mathematician, ng mga scientists na mangyayaring ganitong bagay? So, yun yung mga guys, yun yung mga magiging anchoring natin dito sa discussions natin. Now, again, yung alchemy, hindi siya magic, okay? It's just a method. It's a process. Just like science, it has a process. And in sales, I believe it works the same way. Just like in marketing, just like in operation, it's the same way. We have a process. And now that we know what is alchemy and how it relates sa sales, papalalimin ko na sa mismo topic natin. Guys, intro pa lang yung pinapakita sa inyo. Ito na yung main shit. Okay? Pag-usapan natin, pinaka-basic. Coach JC, ano ba yung sales? Okay? Kapag tinanong nyo, kapag sinagot siya ng amateur, sasagutin niya yung sales ng isang sagot. Doon ko nalalaman kung gaano kagaling isang tao sa sales. Kasi, ang sales po, hindi naman as one meaning Sales, yung reality, marami yung meaning. Nagva-vary yan, depende sa context ng conversation. Kapag sa accounting, sinabi mong sales, yan yung value exchange na tied siya sa income. So, revenue. Okay, anong sales mo ngayon, Coach AJ? Kumita si Coach AJ last ng 300,000. Sales tawag doon. Kapag sa corporate setup naman, pwedeng sabihin mong sales, department. Diba? Anong department mo? Nasa sales ako. Pwede din naman kapag sinabi mong sales, profession yan. Okay, anong work mo? Nasa sales ako. Parang ako, sales. Kapag sa business naman, yan yung process ng pagbebenta or selling. So, kaya ko sinasabi kanina na yung amateur, kapag tinanong mo yung sales, kapag isa lang sinagot niya, ibig sabihin, hindi niya pa nagigets yung whole context ng sales. Kaya siya nagbabari context to context. Now, fundamentally, sales has different meaning and it varies context per context. And I hope sana nakuha nyo. But if you will ask me, this is my personal definition ng sales. Meron akong sarili. Na kapag tinanong mo ko, ito yung meaning ng sales sa akin. Gagawin ko munang scientific. Lalim tayo konti. Meron kasing tinatawag na algorithm of evolution. Okay, wag kayong magulat. Okay, algorithm, math, ano yan? Wag kayong ma-overwhelm, guys. Kapag sinabing algorithm, it's actually a process or a formula na paulit-ulit. Di ba? Kapag nagko-content kayo, ano yung algorithm ng TikTok? Yung algorithm kasi, guys, it's a process na paulit-ulit para mag-create siya ng pattern. So, nagiging formula siya in a way. Maniniwala ba kayo na may formula na nag-exist sa mundo na forever is the dawn? May algorithm tayong tao. And as complex as it may sound, sobrang simple lang yan. Okay? Yung algorithm na to, it has continuous mathematical formula na nag-guide sa atin from day to day, na nag-umpisa up, sabi ko kanina, from the start up until now, and it's progressive. And yung algorithm na sinasabi ko, guys, ganito itsura niya. Okay? So, we have thesis, we have antithesis, we have synthesis. So, nagiging scientific tayo. Huwag kayo ma-overwhelm, papasimplihin ko to mamaya. Kapag sinabi niyong synthesis, ay thesis, guys, or antithesis or synthesis, ito yung parang foundational na evolution ng tao, bakit tayo nandito ngayon sa kinalalagyan natin. Now, marami magtatanong dito, Coach JC, medyo nalilito kami. Pwede bang pakisimplehan yung explanation mo na yan? Sige. Kapag gagawin nating layman's term, kapag sinabi nating thesis, it's basically yung current situation. Ano yung kinalalagyan mo ngayon? Sinabi thesis, ano yung proseso? Tapos yung synthesis, yan yung nag-evolve, which is yung desired situation. Yan yung algorithm ng mundo. And kung i-relate natin siya sa other things, it's basically like in real world. Meron kang problem, yan yung current situation mo. Merong solution yung problem mo, tapos mag-evolve siya, then masosolve siya. So, kung i-check nyo guys, it's a continuous process. Punta naman tayo sa mundo ng computer, 'di ba? Sa mga computer literate dito. Ano ba yung foundational na computation ng computer? 'Di ba? Input, process, output. It's the same thing. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis. Input, process, output. So yung input, yan yung current situation. Process, yan yung i-process kung ano ilalagay nyo, tapos magkakaroon ng panibagong output. May bagong resulta. Now, papasimplihin ko pa sa real world, okay, real life example. Gutom ka, yan yung current situation mo, nagugutom ako. Now, yung desired situation mo, gusto mo mabusog. Okay, gugutom ako, gusto ko mabusog. Now, yung antithesis doon is kailangan mong kumain or kumain sa lugar, can be a product, can be a service sa restaurant, then mabubusog ka. So kung iisipin nyo maigi guys, it's the same, it always happen, it will always be. So gusto mo pumunta ng Makati, nasa QC ka. Yung current situation mo, nasa QC ka, papuntang Makati, yun yung desired situation mo. Paano ka makapunta doon? Kailangan mo ng process. Pwedeng sasakay ka sa sasakyan, pwedeng mag-grab ka, pwedeng maglalakad ka, and so on. So I can go all day sa topic na to, pero yan yung pinaka-basic at saka simplified explanation ng sinasabi kong algorithm ng evolution. Now, bakit nyo kailangan malaman to? Ano bang purpose nito sa topic natin? Bakit may scientific na ganito, Coach JC? Kasi guys, kapag babalikan natin yung algorithm, may current situation yung tao, may desired situation siya. Yung gitna dun guys, for me, that's called sales. Kung sa business perspective tayo. So kung i-anchor natin yung usapan natin dito sa topic sa sales using yung algorithm of evolution, kapag tinanong nyo ako, ang definition ko sa sales is basically, sales is guiding people to achieve their desired situation from their current situation. So may gusto yung tao, ito yung kinalalagyan niya, yung trabaho mo sa salesperson, paano mo siya i-guide makapunta dun sa gusto niya. That's basically it. That's my personal definition ng sales. Now, alam niyo na yung definition ng sales, mag-a-unlock yan ng another question. Sigurado ako. Coach JC, so kung yung sales po is guiding people para makuha yung gusto nila from sa kinatatayuan nila, ang next na tanong, bakit bumibili yung tao? Anong reason? Try nyo bang tanongin yan, guys? Alam nyo, ang funny thing kasi about sa akin, kapag nakakwentuhan yung mama ko, lagi niya sinasabi, napaka-existential kong bata. Ito, totoong nangyari to, Coach AJ, Hindi to joke. Nung bata na ako, lagi ako nag-o-observe ng mga bagay. Tapos, paborito ko yung observan, since may maliit kaming farm sa province, is mga manok. Tapos, tinititigan ko lagi yung manok namin. Tapos, may one time yung lolo ko na sa bungero, tinanong ko siya, bakit hindi umiihi yung manok? So, bakit ko kinakwento sa inyo tong story na to? Kasi guys, sobrang observer ko na bata. Up until now, sobrang observer ko. So, if observer kang tao, usually marami kang question sa mundo. And nadala ko siya, it just so happens sa sales, palalim yung questions ko. So, nung natututo ko sa sales, ang lagi kong tinatanong, bakit ba bumibili yung tao? Anong reason? Now, believe it or not, yung lesson kanina, kung i-anchor natin siya sa formula ng current situation, desired situation, yung sagot guys, sobrang simple lang. And hindi nyo kailangan maging rocket scientist or scientist para ano to. Economics guys, i-check sa book, kaya bumibili yung tao kasi yung market may never-ending wants and needs. Marami tayong gusto at hindi mawawala yung gusto at saka yung kailangan ng market. It's a never-ending cycle. So, kung babalik tayo sa current situation, sa process, sa desired situation, sa algorithm, yung magiging desired situation ng bagong process, magiging current situation siya, tapos magkakaroon na naman siya ng bagong desired situation. Try niyong obserbahan sa real life. Kapag bumili ka na ng isang bagay, magsasawa ka, gusto mo na agad ng bago and eventually. So, ganun siya guys sa economics. Meron tayo an never-ending wants and needs. It's a cycle. So, kung isipin nyo, lahat ng business, hindi mawawala. May mawawala mang negosyo pero mag-exist siya forever kasi yung market may unending wants and needs or problem. Ano ba yung business? Bakit siya nag-exist? Yung business kasi guys, it's a solution. Nagbibigay siya ng solution sa mga problema ng tao. So, ang problema ng tao, it's a never-ending problem. So, nagigets nyo yung idea. Paikot, paulit, at it's a cycle. Now, okay, alam nyo na yung algorithm, alam nyo na din yung reason kung bakit bibili yung tao. Magkikreate na naman siya ng panibagong question eh. Na-try nyo na bang tanongin guys? Bakit? Ano yung nag-state sa tao para bumili? Okay, so mas malalim siya. Third level siya of question. So, isipin nyo yung tanong natin kanina, bakit ba bumibili yung tao? Na-try nyo bang tanongin yung sarili nyo, ano ba yung nagpo-push sa tao bakit sila bumibili? Mas malalim siyang question. Now, kung masasagot nyo yung ganitong question, dito mas magigets nyo kung paano nagpa-process or bakit nag-exist yung sales at saka marketing at saka ibang business processes. Alam nyo guys, bago ako mag-proceed, gusto ko makita kung ano yung guess nyo dito. Ano ba yung nag-stimulate sa tao bakit sila bumibili? Share nyo nga sa comment section. Check natin kung may makakakuha dito ng sagot. Sige. Tignan natin. Quick 1 minute. Okay, ito yung question.
Sige. Para lang din ma-check natin if nandun pa sila.
Yeah. Tingin nyo, sige. Walang guys, walang maling sagot. Okay, you can answer anything you want. Walang problem, walang judgment dito. Baka iba mahaba yung sagot nila. Nag-ano pa yan, coach, nag-grammar check pa yan.
Ayan, sige, share natin.
Wants, desire, trust, okay, good. May problem, okay, good. Emotions, kasi need nila, okay,
tama.
good.
Needs, tama, but a pain.
Alright.
Dopamine boost.
Galing, okay. So, kung isipin nyo guys, lahat ng sagot nyo tama, pero magfo-fall siya sa second level, which is itong tanong kanina. Diba? Bakit bumibili yung tao? Ang question ko, ano yung nagpo-push sa tao para bakit sila bumibili? Ito guys na nakakawa. Countless research, tsaka in-depth sales knowledge, tsaka experience, pinaghalo-halo ko. May tatlong reason lang kung ano yung nag-stimulate, bakit bumibili yung tao. And sobrang simple guys. Ito yung tatlo na yun. Una, getting something that they don't have. Pangalawa, having more of something that they have. Pangatlo is maintaining the base level of something that they have. So, ano yun? Coach JC, ano yung framework na pinapakita mo sa amin? Explain ko sa inyo guys. Isipin nyo maigi. Kaya napapabili yung tao kasi yung reason can be the first reason is gusto nila ng bago. Gusto nila makuha yung bagay na wala sila. Kaya ako bibili niyan. May bagong iPhone 17, naka-Android ka. Bibili ako niyan. Kasi gusto ko, kasi wala pa ako niyan. That's the first reason. Second na scenario is, gusto nila pa magkaroon ng extra pa na ganun. Bakit may mga tao marami sasakyan? Gusto nila ng daily car, gusto nila ng Sunday car, gusto nila sports car. Having more of something that they have. And lastly, maintaining the base level of something that they have. Bakit ka nagbabayad ng internet kada buwan? Kasi mini-maintain mo yung base level. Kasi mahirap mabuhay sa mundo kapag walang internet. So yan lang guys. Yan na yung stimulants kung bakit bumibili yung tao. Ganyan siya ka-basic. At hindi mo na kailangan maging scientist para mag-gets yan. Now, if you try to think about it, people who don't have a car wants to have a car. Bakit? Kasi wala sila nun, di ba? So, people who have an iPhone 16 just upgraded to 17. Recently, di ba? May mga 16. And people are paying monthly subscriptions sa Netflix. So, ito lang din yung foundational, guys. Getting something that they don't have, tandaan nyo to, having more of something that they have, maintaining the base level of something that they have. And lahat, guys, ng business naka-design dito. So, now, yung lahat ng sinasabi ko kanina, ito na yung framework or yung pinaka third level ng question sa sales. Kapag kabisado nyo itong tatlo na to, malayo na agad yung mararating nyo sa sales. Kasi i-anchor nyo lang kung anong type ng negosyo yung pinoprovide nyo. Bigyan ko kita ng example. Kunwari, ikaw nagbebenta ka ng service, VA ka. Okay. Ano ba yung headache na tinatanggal mo? Yung headache ba na yan na sinosolve mo? One time lang yan? O kaya naman kailangan nandun ka, nag-i-exist ka every month para hindi isipin ng client mo every month. So babagsak ka sa number 3. And as we progress, magigets nyo kung bakit importante ito. I-explain ko sa inyo bakit ganun. Bakit ito yung reason, ito yung stimulants. Now, this framework is the foundational science of sales and marketing. If you really try to observe, all of the advertisements will move your emotion sa tatlong bagay na to. Kunyari, di ba, may bagong produkto. Okay, may bagong nirelease yung iPhone. Yung sales and marketing people, ipapa-fill nila sila sa ads na kailangan mo to. Kasi wala ka pa to. So magfo-follow siya sa number 1. Kaya ka bibili. O kaya naman, may bagong sasakyan na nilaunch yung car brand na mas upgraded version. So ipapa-fill nila sa inyo sa ads na kailangan mo to. So kailangan mo ng extra car kasi ito bagong feature to. Kaya ka mapapabili. And another example is kaya ka nag-subscribe sa service kasi kapag hindi ka nag-subscribe, feel mo mas mahirap yung life mo. Let's say for example, internet. Kaya naman Netflix. Kaya naman baka naka-plan ka sa cellphone. So, lahat ng bagay, guys, babagsak at babagsak lang dito sa bagay na to. Sa tatlong, stimulants. And as simple as it may sound, that's the foundational science ng sales. Hindi nyo na kailangan mag-research, magbasa ng maraming case study, i-GPT nyo naman. Ito na yun, guys. Binibigay ko na sa inyo yung pinakamalalim at pinaka-simplified na science ng sales. So, yan. And I hope sana nagigets nyo so far. Now, aware na kayo. Okay? Gets ko na, Sir JC. Coach JC, gets ko na kung paano yung science ng sale, paano yung foundational niya. Okay, lalalim tayo ulit. And gawin natin mas technical. Okay? Paano ba mag-acquire ng customer? Ayan. I think ito yung isang mga question lagi na nakukuha natin. Coach AJ, no? Paano ba maka-acquire ng customer? Paano makuha yung client? Paano ba natin? If from the start, guys, nakikinig kayo, for sure nagigets nyo na kung paano magpo-progress yung topic natin. Pag-usapan natin yung science of acquiring a customer. Okay? Maniwala kayo sa hindi, guys. Sobrang dali nito. Pero oftentimes, ito yung tricky. Okay? Nakakalito siya. Kasi yung structure tsaka organizing. Kaya maraming tao nalilito at tsaka kung ano-ano yung mga nakukonsume nila kasi sobrang tricky ng science. Paano ba makaland ng customer? So, may mga tao nagtiteach ng sales, one-dimensional lang. When I say one-dimensional, ibig sabihin, isang side lang. And ano nangyari kapag one-dimensional isang bagay or isang perspective lang? Most of the time, baka mali yung tinatamaan na problem kapag troubleshoot natin. Let's say, for example, may problem ka sa hindi hirap ka makahanap ng client. Tapos bibigyan ka ng one-dimensional na turo, baka kasi hindi siya applicable sa scenario mo kasi ang lawak ng sales, guys. And to tell you guys, ang sales may 4 na dimension yan. And hindi mo masasagot yung sales problem right away kapag hindi mo dinadiagnose sa 4 dimension ng sales. Kasi kailangan mo muna malaman kung saang problem ba nag-occur yun, kung saan ba siya nang gagaling, ano ba yung constraint na yun. So kung isipin nyo, para siyang tubo, di ba? May dadaan na tubig. May 4 kunwaring kanto yon. Kapag nasa pangatlong kanto yung yung problema ng tubig, hindi siya nabara siya. Siyempre, hindi mo naman i-check yan sa pangalawa, sa dulo agad. I-check mo muna sa pangalawa, i-check mo sa una. Para ma-double check mo kung okay ba yung flow or ano ba yung issue. Ganon din sa sales, guys, kung magdadiagnose kayo ng problem. So, hindi siya one-dimensional. It's 4-dimensional. Now, in the next slides, i-show ko sa inyo kung paano ba maka-acquire ng customer in a nutshell. Okay? So, sobrang nag-evolve na yung sales, guys, to the point na yung sales na alam natin, divided na siya into 4 categories. Ang alam ng mga tao, kapag nagbebenta ka, it's just the talking part. It's one-dimensional. Pero in reality, guys, it's divided into 4-part process. Yung first na process natin, guys, is sales research. Pangalawa naman is organic lead generation. Pangatlo, outreach and appointment setting. And 4 is closing. So, ano yung mga to, Coach JC? Okay. Yung sales guys, it's basically yung process ng finding your market, mag-create ka ng vehicle, tapos mag-formulate ka ng offer. Okay? Ito yung pinaka-importanting part at pinaka-part na ini-skip ng mga tao. Kasi, magbebenta ka, pero yung binebenta mo, una, hindi mo alam kung sino binebentahan mo. Pangalawa, hindi mo alam kung bakit yun yung binebenta mo. And pangatlo, yung binebenta mo, hindi mo alam kung paano ibenta. Naisip nyo yun? So, if hindi mo alam tong number 1, wag kang mag-expect na magkakaresulta ka, makakuha ka ng client. So, ano ba tong market? Ano ba tong vehicle? Ano ba tong offer? Kapag sinabing market, guys, it's basically the target clients. Sino ba yung bebentahan yung kliyente? Ito yung sasabi nila, ano yung niche mo? Sino ba yung gusto mong i-cater na customer? Sino yung mga target na tao mo para bentahan mo? Market. And the more na kabisado or kilala mo kung paano mag-isip tong merkado mo na tatargetin, mas madali mong ibenta yung ibebenta mo. Now, kapag sinabi vehicle naman, guys, ano yung produkto or service na ibebenta mo sa kanila? Okay, produkto ba yan? Or service ba yan? And lastly, offer. Ano yung pangako mo? Kung isipin nyo, guys, kapag sobrang on point yung tatlo na to, sa intro nyo bago kayo magbenta, sobrang dali makaland ng client. Kasi una, kabisado nyo kung sino bebentahan nyo, alam nyo sila mag-isip, alam nyo yung pain point niya, alam mo yung bagay na hindi sila makatulog na gustong ma-solve. Alam mo yung problema nila, tapos yung problema nila, kapag alam mo yung solution, which is yung vehicle or yung create mong product or service, tapos papartneran mo na magandang promise, doon pa lang guys, madali na makakuha ng client. Kaso ang problem, hindi kasi masyado natuturo sa atin to or ini-skip natin kasi itong sales research side, ito yung minsan hindi sexy. Gusto kasi agad natin, pasok agad tayo sa market, game na. Pero reality guys, kailangan natin pagdaanan to. Now, kapag okay na, on point na yung target clients mo, on point na din yung product mo, tapos yung promise mo on point na, ang next parts na yan guys, is organic lead generation. And tong process na to, ito yung process kung saan magsosource ka at magagather ka ng data tsaka leads doon sa target na ginawa mo sa first part. So let's say for example, tatargeting kong mga clients since real estate VA ako, let's say mga small to medium na mga realty company, kunwari, ganun. Gusto ko maging client yung mga yon. Now, Ang tanong, so kung yung target market ko, saan ko makikita data nila? Saan ko makukuha yung contact number nila? Paano ko makukuha yung leads? Okay? Now, ang pagkuha ng leads, guys, sobrang easy lang. Kapag kukuha ka ng data, may dalawang option ka lang sa mundo. Una, manual. Pangalawa, automated. Kapag manual na data gathering, basically go to internet or maghanap ka ng directory, tapos manually scrape mo lahat ng leads na yun. That's it. So, kunwari, search ko sa Google, small to medium na company, kung sila gusto kong klientin kasi real estate VA ako, if applicable man yung setup na yun. Then, isa-search ko sa Google, then kukuhanin ko lahat ng data, yung pangalan ng CEO, pangalan ng manager, kukunin ko yung email, and so on and so forth. So, ganun. Yun yung manual. Pero since nasa AI world na tayo, guys, believe it or not, may mga automated ways na para makakuha ng client. I-google nyo lang. Ang dali makakuha ng data. May mga naging clients ako dati sa real estate. Tapos ako nagsusupply ng ng leads. Ang ginagawa ko lang, 2 clicks, tapos magsusupply na ako ng pwede nilang i-cold call anytime soon. So, ganun guys, ganun naka-powerful yung mundo ngayon. Hindi nyo na masyado kailangan mag-manual. Pwede na kayo mag-automated. Pero kailangan mong masterin yung manual kasi kapag tatanga-tanga ka sa manual, sa automated, mas delikado. Kasi ang
paano yun? Nag-start ako sa automatic, charet.
Ang mahirap kasi dito, coach, multiplier kasing automated eh. Kung mali ka mali ka sa manual, times 100 yung kamalian mo sa automated.
Exactly.
So, kailangan nyo maging matuto sa manual. So, that's it. Okay, so manual, kakasabi ko lang, is you will manually source information, punta mo sa platform, then i-add mo lang dun sa database mo or kaya naman sa spreadsheet. That's it. Automated naman, i-leverage mo yung software, AI, SaaS, para maghanap ng information. So that's for data gathering. Now, ang tanong, paano naman mag-generate ng leads? Coach JC. Alam mo guys, yung paborito namin ni Coach Matthew nyo eh. Fundamentally guys, 4 lang naman yung way para mag-generate ng leads. Okay? Una, kakausap ka sa kakilala mo. 2, kakausapin mo yung hindi mo kakilala. 3, mag-run ka ng ads. 4, maggagawa ka ng content. Yan lang yung means nyo para makakuha ng leads, guys. Huwag nyo nang pakomplikaduhin yung buhay nyo. So,
correct.
Paano naman to, Coach JC? Paano process na to? Okay. Believe it or not, yung cellphone nyo pa lang, guys, or yung LinkedIn profile nyo, kung maghahanap ng client, ang dami nyo ng connections. Doon pa lang, guys, kayo. So, pwede nyo silang pitchan agad ng service nyo if BA kayo, or if freelancer kayo. Ini-skip lang ng mga tao kasi ang funny thing is may nakakalimutan or kaya naman nahihiya. Pero if tatanggal yung hiya sa element, ang dami nyo ng leads. Hindi mo maubusan. Pag chinek nyo yung LinkedIn profile ko, I have more than 500 connection. Lahat yun, guys, potential client sa end ko. So, that's first part. Kapag naubusan ka na, dumating sa point na naubusan ka na ng kakausapin na kakilala mo, o di makipag-usap ka sa hindi mo kakilala. Yan yung tinatawag na cold outreach. Okay. Cold outreach. So, since may data ka naman na nakuha sa first part, pwede mo na silang pitchan ng offer mo. And lastly naman, kapag naubusan ka na ng kakilala, naubusan ka na hindi mo kakilala, let's say, pwede ka mag-run ng ads kung gusto mo. And para mas ma-flywheel, mag-content ka. Now, try to imagine, if naghanap ka ng freelancer, gawin mo yung I doubt, di ka makakala for the first 90 days. I doubt. So, lang guys, huwag nyo papakomplikado. And itong 4 na ways to land para makuha ng leads. Doon lang applicable sa lahat ng aspects ng business. Whether if nasa service ka, nasa product ka, ganun lang din eh. Kunwari magtatayo ako ng clothing line ko ngayon. Sino yung una kong bebentahan? Siyempre mga kilala ko. After niyan, bebentahan ko hindi ko kakilala. Magko-content ako sa TikTok. After later on, pag may clients na ako, may budget na ako, magra-run ako ng ads. It's, di ba? Sobrang simple. So, if hindi mo pa ngayon, kung nanonood ka, hindi mo pa alam kung paano makakuha ng client, tanongin mo lang sarili mo, nagawa mo na ba yung 4 na to? That's it. So now, na gets nyo kung paano acquire ng leads, ang tanong naman is, paano natin gagawing opportunity yung leads na yan tsaka data? Dito na papasok yung third process ng sales, which is sales outreach tsaka appointment setting. Sigurado ako dito may mga VA na nakakarinig na ng, yun pala yung appointment setting. Yung pala yung binabayaran ng ganito. Okay. So yung appointment setting, isang part lang siya ng sales, guys. And kapag sinabing appointment setting, ito yung process kung saan i-reach out mo yung mga na-list, nakuha mo data sa kahit anong way na communication para ma-pitch mo yung offer para makita mo kung interesado sila. So, yung objective lang dito, guys, is ipakita mo yung offer, then a-ask mo sila sa appointment. That's it. Wala na kayong masyadong dada na kailangan. Pipitch mo lang sa kanila yung service nyo or yung product nyo. And if interested sila, mag-move kayo sa next level. And again, fundamentally, 4 lang naman yung ways para makapag-outreach ka. And, ayan. It's the same thing. Either call, di ba? May mga cold calling na nangyari. Either magte-text ka, text marketing, text blast. Either mag-email ka, email marketing, or kaya naman social media outreach. Social media marketing. PM mo sila sa LinkedIn, IG, Facebook. That's it. So, if alam nyo na ngayon kung paano mag-generate ng leads, tapos alam nyo kung paano yung means para i-outreach sila, dito pa lang guys, ang dami nyo ng options. And ang goal nyo as a salesperson is to know ano ba yung best na communication tool para ma-outreach yung mga tao na yun. So let's say for example, ang targetin mo mga CEO. Yung mga CEO mo ba na clients, usually saan sila active? Active ba sila sa SOCMED? O di mag-heavily invest ka sa SOCMED? Active ba sila sa email? O di mag-heavily invest ka sa email? Or kung gusto mo na mag-text ka? Or kaya naman, cold calling? So, ganyan lang siya kasimple, guys. Wag nating papakomplikaduhin yung yung sales. Now, if you think about it, ito yung dimension sa sales na at ang alam natin, ito lang yun. Di ba, Coach AG, na parang pag sinabi mong sales, ito yung unang papasok sa isip natin. Okay, nagko-cold call ka ba? Okay, ganito, ganyan. So, based sa natin so far, guys, 3 dimension na ng sales pinakita ko sa inyo. Research, organic lead generation, tapos appointment setting, tsaka outreach. Now, ano mangyayari using these 4 methods ng outreach? Ano mangyayari kapag may isang prospect na sinabi niya interesado siya sa'yo? Nag-reply siya, okay JC, interested ako sa offer mo, okay yan. Ano na yung next na mangyayari? Dito na papasok yung 4th dimension, guys, which is closing. Okay? Ito yung last part ng process. Yung closing, ito yung part na kung saan yung conversion na nangyayari. So, kakausapin mo na, i-close mo yung deal, magne-negotiate kayo. Meaning, ito na yung part kung saan malalaman natin kung bibili ba si client sa atin or hindi. This is closing. Yung selling part, nangyayari yan doon sa third part, which is yung appointment setting tsaka sales outreach. Kapag may naging interested na, dito na papasok yung closing. Now, unlike the third process, which is the sales outreach and appointment setting, yung majority ng pitch doon kasi nangyari. Sa closing, guys, ang ginagawa nyo dito, nagma-matchmaking conversation lang kayo. Para makita mo kung qualified ba yung prospect para bumili sa'yo or hindi. Ganun lang. So, i-guide mo lang siya if fit siya or hindi. And this is where all the communication happens. Another dimension to ng sales na nakikita nyo sa internet na minamarket na mga sales consultants or coaches. Okay? Ito yung may tonality, ito yung may timing, ito yung may volume, body language. So kung isipin nyo, isang part lang pala yung closing sa mahabang sales process. So, isa din to sa pinakamahirap, guys. Kasi, kailangan magaling ka sa theory at the same time, magaling ka sa sales. Ginagawa mo siya day to day. And I myself, dito ako nag-specialize sa closing. Paano mag-close ng deal. You will know more of that soon kapag nilaunch ko na yung community about yan. Pero, for the meantime, now, after ng closing conversation, kapag sinabi ng client na, yes, sige, move forward tayo, JC, and that's the time you will have your first client. So, ganun ho yung sales. So, first, Okay? Recap tayo. First is magre-research ka, ano ba yung market mo? Ano yung product na i-offer, yung product na ano mo, gagawin mong solution sa pain ng market mo. Tapos, ano yung offer mo or yung promise? Kapag may offer ka na, hanapin mo na ngayon yung data at leads. Kapag may list ka na ng data at leads, that's the time, kukontakin mo na sila. At kapag na-contact mo sila, ipapakita mo sa kanila yung offer. Kapag interesado sila sa offer, yung mga interested, magkakaroon kayo ng closing conversation. And after that, yung mga mag-yes sa'yo, doon sa last part, meron ka ng client. And after that, okay na, may client ka na. And if not, ang gagawin mo lang is re-repeat mo lang ulit yung process from the beginning. So now, alam niyo na ano yung science kung paano mag-acquire ng customer in a nutshell. Hindi natin siya papakomplikaduhin. So, magre-research ka, mag-generate ka ng leads, mag-outreach ka, tapos i-close mo yung deal. And the next part, okay? Now, alam na natin yung ano. Okay, Sir JC, gets na namin yung whole process. Yung next naman, paano ba i-design yung system? Okay? Hindi ko na masyadong siyang papahabain, guys, kasi baka ano-ano yung utak natin. Pero ganito siya, i-anchor ko lang. Kapag gagawa kayo ng system, guys, okay, kailangan nyo lang kabisaduhin yung 4-part sales process. Yan yung only way para ma-create nyo yung system. Now, yung system na yan, kapag nalaman nyo na yung numbers nyo, pwede nyo na siyang i-optimize per X condition. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Okay. So, i-put natin siya sa ganitong perspective para mag-gets nyo. Kung gagawa na kayo ng sales system nyo, let's say for example, ito yung basic. Ito yung daily na KPI ko. Okay? Kailangan sa isang araw maka-generate ako 100 leads. Dapat sa 100 leads na yon, masendan ko sila ng email yung 100 na yon. At dapat yung 100 na email na yon, yung 20 magre-reply. Tapos every week, i-optimize ko siya kung ano yung magiging feedback sa action ko sa isang buong linggo. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. Ang funny thing kasi dito, guys, bakit napaka-important nitong paggawa ng sales system in a nutshell? Kasi maraming tao nagfa-fire and forget. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Basta benta lang ng benta pero wala silang data. Dito magse-separate yung magagaling sa sales sa hindi. Kasi yung magagaling sa sales, meron silang sistema na ginagawa nila day to day, may numbers nakalagay sa database, tapos chine-check nila kung ano yung kulang. Baka naman, bakit hindi ka makaland ng client? Kasi, hindi mo hinihit yung 100 leads a day. Baka 100 ka sa first day, sa second day mo, 30 lang. Third day mo, 0. Fourth day mo, 25. Fifth day mo, 100. Kung hindi ka consistent, hindi din magiging consistent at predictable yung result mo. And always remember, guys, para magkakaroon ka ng predictable na result, kailangan mo ng system. Ganun lang kasimple, guys, kapag gagawa kayo ng pinaka-basic na sales system. And ganito din ginagawa ng mga corporate people and even me na mga consultants in a nutshell. So, meaning, with continuous iteration, magiging predictable na yung sales mo. So, kapag predictable yung sales process mo, mas predictable din mag-troubleshoot ng problema. And kapag may predictable system ka, pwede na mag-delegate ng task. Isipin nyo kasi, kung yung day-to-day mong quota, kunwari 100 leads a day, yung 100 leads a day mo, nagkaka-client ka na every month. So, may pera ka na. Ngayon, kapag yun pala yung number mo, pwede mo nang ipasa yung sistema mo, pwede ka na mag-hire. Kunyari, magpo-post na ako, hiring ako ng nag-generate ng lead. Ngayon, pag ipapasa mo na yung trabaho, meron ka ng trabaho ipapasa sa kanila. Na ito yung trabaho mo, 100 a day ka. Ngayon, tatanungin mo sarili mo, bakit 100 a day? Kasi based sa system natin, 100 a day, mag-generate na siya ng 1 client. So, ganun lang, kasimple. And yun lang din yung foundational, operation na ginagawa ng mga nag-hire. Kaya may mga kota-kota yung sales. Doon lang din nila kinukuha yun. Dahil alam nila yung numbers. So, yun. Now that you know yung alchemy ng sales, so far guys, recap tayo ng mga topic natin. Now, kilala niyo na kung sino ako. Alam niyo na din yung alchemy. Alam niyo na yung sales, bakit bumibili yung tao. Ano ba nag-stimulate sa mga taong bumibili para bumili sila. Alam niyo na din yung science, paano mag-acquire ng customer at gumawa ng mga basic systems sa sales. So far guys, ano yung mga natutunan nyo? Okay, very brief lang, very basic yung mga yung topic natin ngayon. So far, ano yung key takeaway nyo guys? Comment nyo.
Ayan. So, sa mga nagstay sa atin, very consistent yung audience natin, coach. Kanina mga 99 tayo. Pero di tayo na bumababa sa 90. At sana hindi siya bumaba. So, ang dami nagstay sa atin all throughout, no? And very interesting yung topic mo kasi you simplified, what sales all about, and you try to narrow down in a way that we will understand the theory and how we're going to apply it, no, in real life situation, because it seems like it's very easy pero tricky siya. Hindi siya, when you say sales, you have all the leads, but how you're going to manage all of them, right? And yung sinasabi ni Coach JC, meron pang mas malalim na na work on the ground na kailangan mong gawin once you all have the leads. May natawag tayong lead nurturing, right? Hindi naman kasi lahat ng makukuha mong leads ay dalawa lang yung way niyan, diba? It's just like a yes or no. If they say yes, what you're going to do. If they say no, what you're going to do. It's just like a pipeline. It's just like a funnel, right? It's just like there's always an end point if they answer yes or no. Ganun yung life cycle niya. And yung sales, it's a never-ending journey. Wala pa siguro ako kilala tao sa mundo na nasa sales and then master nila yung sales. You know what I mean? Like they're 100%. Sales, it's a very dynamic thing, no? As the society change, as yung wants natin nagbabago, yung behavior natin nagbabago, yung sales nagpo-progress din siya. It is something progressive, no? Ayan. May mga nagbigay na ng takeaway. Ayan na, sabi nila, do more research, wag tamarin. Sales is systematic. Yes, correct. That's why it considered as a science, right? Because, di ba, ang definition ng science is systematic approach, no? Lahat ng may system, it is science, right? Ang pag-akyat mo ng hagdan, it is science because there's a process on how you to get there at the top bago ka umakyat dun sa pinakadulo. May process. That's what you call science.
Yes.
So, how to get leads, acquiring client, mas naging clear through this webinar. Oh, very good. So, si Emma, ina-expect natin, may client na to, no? Within this month. Oo.
Yes.
The simplest and trickiest ideas about sales. Sales is a process, not only just selling. Very good. Unahin mo nang matuto ng manual bago mag-automated. Very good. No. Ito din yung pinaka-gusto ko sa lahat. Feeling ko kailangan ko muna mag-manual sa kotse bago ako mag-matic. Pero nag-matic agad ako. Well, anyway, you have to stay curious.
Coach.
You have to stay curious and frequently ask questions. That's right. Sales requires systematic practice in acquiring knowledge behind the science. Sales is a solution. Master the system of sales. Consistently make simple the system. Sales is a solution problem. Nalinawan ako sa lead generation. Yes, diba? Very important yan sa part ng sales, yung lead generation. Yes. And then know your numbers and optimize what works. And very important yan because numbers don't lie. Numbers give you direction. Right? So if sa database mo, nakikita mo, eto lang yung client mo now, ang kailangan mong hit this year is 36, there's something wrong with your system. And you don't have to be, partly you have to be guilty because you are accountable on your own business, diba? Pero at some point, wag kang mapapagod na i-improve yung sarili mo or yung system na kailangan mo talagang baguhin. Because when you say system, it is not something that hindi mo na babago all throughout. Yeah. That's what you call system because it is open for tweaks. It is somehow malleable. Like for example, itong part na to, hindi to gumagana, sige, papalitan natin. Pero hindi mo siya pwede laging palitan. You have to wait, no? You have to see the result first. You have to show the data before you come up with a decision. Lagi niyong tatandaan yun. And lahat ng sinabi ni Coach JZ, kaya hindi ako nagsasalita kasi alam niya na yan. Kaya niya na yan. Alam niya na yung sinasabi niya. Ako kasi, meron akong knowledge sa sales, pero hindi ko siya kayang, katulad ng ginawa niya, hinimay-himay niya. No? From the simplest definition, tas nagpa-progress, it's just like a spiral mode yung discussion niya kanina. Naiintindihan mo yung maliit na konsepto, sige palalawakin natin. And that's learning. 'Di ba? Paano ka ba natuto magsulat? 'Di ba? Paano ka natuto magsulat? Syempre, kumawa ka muna ng mga clay, 'di ba? Gripping muna bago mo natutunang sumulat ng mga letra o paano ka natuto magsulat. So even writing, it's a process, it's science. So very important na diniscuss ni Coach JC. So without further ado, Coach, I want to thank you, for having me or for accepting the invitation to be in this call, in this webinar. I do it on a monthly basis. I always invite yung mga special na tao sa industriya, and I know you're one of them. So without further ado, I will give you the access link for paid online course. All of the parliament people are in here. Lahat ng nasa loob ng parliament nandito.
Wow. Sige.
Up to you, Coach. So, yung mga guest ko dito, meron silang pinapagawa paminsan dito sa loob ng live. Sometimes they asking the audience to spell this word, or sometimes they asking question. And the first 5 winners, or the first 5 participants who got the correct answers are the winners. So what you'll be getting is you'll be getting an access on my paid online course. So my paid online course it is not just about real estate. So at the beginning of the module, you will learn virtual assistant in general, how you write your resume, what's Google Workspace, what's Microsoft Office, and then sa medyo module 2 and 3, di-discuss na natin yung real estate. Maganda din dito sa paid online course natin, di-discuss din natin what is hot lead, what is warm, what is cold, ano yung pagkakaiba ng mga yun, no? So, it is a fundamental course that I would say kahit sino pwedeng i-take. Kahit beginner ka, kahit ikaw ay nasa industry na and gusto mo lang matutunan yung real estate, that's something that you could benefit. I had so much student on this one. I don't know where they are. Some others have their own client, and this online course has been in the industry for almost 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. So I have a proven track record, people. Bash me if you cannot get something from this one. Binahamon ko kayo. Ibulin nyo ako. Diba? Sabihan nyo ako na ang virtual assistant ay utusan. Chares! Walang ganong issue. So, i-bash nyo ako kapag pangit yung online course. Iwanan nyo ako ng pangit na review kapag wala kayong natutunan. Ipapaputol ko ang daliri ko kapag wala kayong natutunan sa course ito. But anyway, you have the floor, Coach JZ. Ikaw ba ay willing siyang ibigay today, or you have your own way how to distribute that?
I think to make it fun, I will create an internal raffle sa community, Coach.
Ayan. So I would let you decide. Yes. And thank you so much, Coach. So Coach JZ, saan ka ba namin matatagpuan bukod sa TikTok? Can you drop us your social media platform? Though I dropped your community earlier and your Facebook, but saan ka pa namin matatagpuan? Saan namin makikita yung mga content mo?
Sa akin, I'm pretty, TikTok native ako. Pero I highly suggest, guys, I'll be active na sa YouTube. Same name, JC Serso. So, yun, panoorin nyo lang yun kasi na lahat ng mga goodies na i-drop ko. And as much as possible, if may mga hindi pa member ng parliament dito, I highly suggest na mag-join kayo sa the parliament. Yun lang talaga mo.
They can go to jointheparliament.com. The link is available on the comment section, or you can just simply head out on your browser and type in jointheparliament.com. And people, it is a very supported community, and I can really sense it while I'm on this call because most of the people here are from the parliament. Well, Coach JC, I don't want to step in much of your time. I really appreciate you as a person in imparting knowledge about sales. No, talagang kahit ako nakikinig ako habang nagdi-discuss. It's a very interesting topic, and kahit sino na when it comes to sales, makikinig yan. Basta ganun yung topic. Ayan, sabi ni Coach Matthew, congrats AGJC.
Shout out.
Thank you, Coach Matthew. Si Coach Matthew, kanina pa yan, diba?
Ito yung next.
Yes, Coach Matthew, you can reach out to me. Alam mo yan, marami na tayong magiging usapan. Well, anyway, thank you so much, everyone. Sa 83 na taon na nandito pa rin ngayon. If going to imagine 83 people, sobrang dami ng 83 individuals na nakaupo. So, please follow me on my Facebook account as well, the VA Teacher. So, si teacher ay isang teacher talaga.
Please do follow niyo si Coach AJ, guys, representatives. Support natin si Coach AJ.
Thank you so much. And we will also partner with other individuals just like Coach JZ and other Coach Matthew soon. We're niluluto pa namin ni Coach Matthew. And with other freelancer, I will partner with all of them soonest. And thank you so much, Coach JZ. We'll see you. I'll see you whenever I'll see you. Dahil kami naman ay active sa community and nagkikita rin kami ni Coach JZ time to time when we have, events and opportunities. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much, Coach. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.